Welcome to another interesting episode of Sportlink, a sport tech show where we talk about the topical sporting highlights. The main aim is to bring to light the various sporting activities and events in the Gambia and around the world. On the newscast today, we will be talking about the Gambia's controversial exit from the waffle competition and also the ongoing Nawetan that is scheduled, the final, of course, which is scheduled to take place on Saturday. Those and many more coming up. On the Sumo Legend, we will be talking about Gambia's greatest boxer, based in the UK but presently in the Gambia. Finally, the Viewpoint, they will be talking about the Gambia's football that is ongoing. These and many more coming up in the next 15 minutes. I am your presenter, Sarah John.
My name is Alaji Modunyai, commonly known as Biri Biri. Keep watching Sportlink, originally from the Gambia.
Welcome to the news segment right here on Sportlink. I am Mudalimbia and thank you for joining. And today we will be discussing about international guests that the Gambia will be receiving in terms of football. And I'm glad to say I'm joined inside the studio by none other by the inimitable Mr. Sangmendi, who will be here to talk about these international guests that arrived into the country. So let's just introduce him. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure being on your show.
Thank you very much. And what we'll be discussing about is we are aware that the girls from Scotland, a football club, will be coming to the Gambia for some international test games and also some community development. Can you please take us through who are these people that are going to come to the country as guests?
Yes, the Gambia will be receiving the Glasgow girls from Scotland. The Glasgow girls have been playing in the Scottish Third Division the previous season, and they won promotion to the Scottish Second Division
That's the Women Premier League 2.
Yeah, that is the Women Premier League 2, because they've devised, Scotland have devised their Women Premier League, and they make Premier League 1 and Premier League 2. So the girls have won promotion to the Premier League 2, and they won promotion 2 matches before the end of the league itself. So one can say that the Gambian trip inspired them a lot, and because when they announced that they were coming to Gambia, they were able to attract the attention of 2 great players in their league, the top goal scorer and the best goalkeeper in the league. So girls should not take this international friendly as a cheap international friendly, because we've seen the best female player in England is of course an African, a Nigerian for that matter. So our girls also should use this opportunity to showcase what they are made of, and I have no doubt that some of them can inspire the girls, and that could be an opportunity for them to be invited for a trial or whatsoever. So they should give it their best shot.
Okay, so you've heard it from him, and the guys will be here on the 18th, and they'll be playing against the Red Scorpions on the 19th, and on the 20th they will be playing against Joshua United as well as Interior FC on the 22nd, and their final test game will be against the Gambia national team on the 24th. So make sure you are there to support. We will be there, Sportsman will be there to bring coverage, and thank you for watching. Nigeria retained the Under-17 World Cup on Sunday by beating Mali 2-0 in an All-African final in Chile. Osinachi Ebere had a penalty saved and headed the rebound against the bar, and after the break, Udochukwu Anumudu also struck a shot against the bar. On 56 minutes, Victor Osimhen scored his 10th goal of the finals, a new record. 3 minutes later, Funchal Bangboye added a second and ensured Nigeria became only the second country to defend the title. So we are joined inside the studio by the chief organizer of a big soccer competition that is taking place at the beach, and he's no other than Mr. Echo P.L. Grant. Thank you very much for coming to our show.
Thank you, Marlaman.
And Mr. Grant, we'll start by asking you, how did this competition all come about?
Thank you so much, Marlaman. Basically, this competition came about as a result of young Gambians coming with the initiative to make sure that we divert our attention when it comes to football to beach soccer as well, because it is still part of the mandate of the GFF and FIFA to organize beach soccer tournament.
So this particular soccer competition, is it organized by the GFF or is it organized by your company?
It is organized by Crown Sports Entertainment,
which is your company.
Yes, but we are being technically advised or technically helped by the GFF and that is basically, as a result of a letter that we sent to them so that they can come in and give us the technical aspect of the game. Well, we had 8 teams that registered for the tournament. Actually,
and the competition started when?
It started like 2 months ago.
Okay.
It's basically, we could have had more than 8 teams, but we decided to go with 8 for a start because this is the first edition of the beach soccer.
And now
in
you're
the Gambia.
left with 4 teams in the competition. That's in the semi-finals.
Exactly.
And can you please let us know who the teams are?
Yes, in Group A you have Lords FC of Dipakunda.
And they will be taking on?
And they will be taking on, hand in glove of Dipakunda as well.
Okay.
So it's like a derby. Yeah, it's a
Okay.
Dipakunda derby.
Okay.
Then you have Ismaila 11 against Koinbi. Ismaila 11 of Churchilltown against Koinbi of London Corn.
Thank you very much, Echo.
Thank you so much,
It's a pleasure.
Marlon.
Welcome to Sumo Legend, of course, a segment created on Spotlink where we try to interview Sumo Legend or legendaries. And today on the segment, we have Gambia's finest boxer, based in the UK, of course, presently in the Gambia, and then he's doing something tremendous. So basically, we would like to welcome Patrick Tiger Mendy to the show. Welcome, Mr. Mendy.
Thank you very much to get me on board today. We've been meeting before.
Yeah,
This is our second time we're meeting.
Obviously.
So it's fabulous to have you guys here to discuss about what kind of project I'm doing in Gambia, dealing with the boxing side at the moment.
Oh, that's great. Of course, firstly, before we go into the program proper, I'm a little bit stuck here with the tiger. Okay, we have Patrick Tiger Mendy. Now, that tiger, what does it mean really?
The tiger means a lot for me because there's a lot of boxers used to be called tiger before, originally from Ghana. Having his aim and objective was to go in Europe, try to project to beat somebody celebrating in Europe, to come back to Ghana and build something and help the people.
Wow.
And his fight, the way he fight, is the same way I fight and stuff like that. My promoter said to me, you fight like tiger. And I didn't think like tiger, and I can see that you have a tiger mentality. I said, oh man, I can take it, because here is another Ghana, and having the aim to turn people on Ghana.
So basically, you like fly like a tiger. Okay, we believe that December is Boxing Day. What do you have in stock?
December is Boxing Day. You know, it's been a long time. Gambia never had a boxing tournament or shows, stuff like that in Gambia. This is the first time. That's why Patrick trying to make sure that December 26th, Patrick Tiger Mendy want to make boxing. So bringing fighters from Europe to Gambia. They will fighting European style, African styles. We all mix it together as one family.
Wow. So it's a mixing and blending.
When I started here, I was having a good trainer, and he was my uncle, and he was the boxing president. He had his aim trying to develop and help the Gambia. That's South Korean.
Okay.
And he always train me every day, and go out represent the country. He has a strong belief that this guy can make it anywhere he has to go in boxing.
That's so your uncle gives you the motivation. Okay, on a final note, what would you say to other Gambians that are abroad doing something great and are forgetting about their country? What word do you have for them?
What word I have for those Gambians? You know, everybody has a reason and purpose and stuff like that. But brothers and sisters who are in the other side of the world, I know that we all have good ways and bad ways. We all have everything, but don't watch on the bad ways. Always watch on the good side. Any development you done here, tomorrow you're not going to regret it. Whether you help the people you help, you don't know tomorrow where your own kid is going to be, or your own son or own daughter is going to be, and who's going to help them. So let's close our eyes, let's start to develop this family.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mendy, for coming on the show. Well, viewers, that was all we have time for. Until we see you again next week, goodbye for now.
Fuck yeah. Pound to pound, Mayweather. Mike Tyson and Holyfield. Fuck yeah, Mayweather. Rugby, football, basketball, volleyball. Gambia. Benetton de Moda. GRTS. my house. President Jammeh.
Thank you very much for watching and welcome to this week's edition of Viewpoint right here on SportsLink. Viewpoint is a segment that is created to discuss some topical sporting issues and highlights. And as usual, I am a presenter, Mudlamin BI, and today I have a very special guest in my boss, my mentor, and he's none other than Mr. Sangmendi, a renowned seasoned journalist in the Gambia. Thank you very much for accepting our invitation and welcome.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure being here.
Thank you. And two topics as usual that we'll be discussing, and top of all will be Gambia's exit from the WAFU competition in Senegal. And I'm sure most of you are all aware that the Gambia played and won their first game. But in the final against Senegal, our neighbors, there was some disastrous scenes that happened there, which led to the Gambia's disqualification to the tournament and suspension from WAFU. And Mr. Sang, what do you make out of all of this? Gambia been disqualified, suspended, and refusing to play extra time.
When I heard about it, I thought, no, this was a joke. This cannot happen. Because it is expensive to come this far to get to the finals of the WAFU championship. The boys have been preparing for a very long time, and that preparation was costly. It cost the federation some money. You know, having to travel to Senegal, spending those number of days, spending money, only to go to a final and refusing to play the remaining 30 minutes. You know, to me that was a joke, and I cannot forgive anyone who's taking decisions like that. Irrespective of what, WAFU, we all know that they are unorganized, and they should not have registered if they know that things are not in good place. You went at a technical meeting, so-called, and you all refused, to follow what the rules said.
Exactly.
The rules said this, and you went to the technical meeting and something came. Stick by the rules, because that is what is written. That is what we're going to do. They went to the final point, and they realized that the rules actually said this, and let's go that you said you cannot play because the rules, at the technical meeting we agreed with. So it cost the Gambia a lot, and I have seen a newspaper that have technically analyzed the financial implications involved, and they said the Gambia lost close to 1.5 million CFR.
That's around
a
100,000.
whole lot of money, in the Gambia. It could have gone into some development aspect in Gambian football.
And finally here we'll be talking about the Super Nawetan competition, the final, which will be between Serekunda West and Sukuta. So this coming?
No, I didn't see this coming. Knowing that there are big powerhouses in
Serekunda West, the defending champions.
East,
Sukuta did it double over them,
and Brikama.
Even Brufut.
No, for us we are still learning because we are just 3 years old in this championship. But yes, as the championship keep going, you would think that Sukuta would be there, because after Sukuta lost its game, they've turned out to be the team to watch, and everybody will tell you that when you watch Sukuta play, you will tip them for the final. For Serekunda West, it was a big surprise, but also considering the team that they beat in the semi-finals, it wouldn't be a surprise because they all struggled in the group stages. Along the line in the knockout stages, it turned out to be that they could knock out any other person, and it happened that towards the last minute, I didn't watch the game, but I understand towards the last minute, the last minutes of the game, they got their winner, and that was it.
And what do you make out of the sponsorship that was, FIB chipping in? At first we were told it's the GFF that are going to sponsor, injecting some cash amount, and then all of a sudden in the semi-final stages FIB comes in. What do you make out of this? Better late than never?
Better late than never, and I think it came at the very right time, because the GFF, would have used money that was meant for something else, and it was good they came in to save the souls of the Super Nawetan organizing committee, because it was
for me it was disgraceful that at the beginning of the competition there was no sponsor. Exactly.
A competition that brings in 40,000, that a club can go home, a team can go home with 40,000 in a single match. You cannot run out of sponsorship. But the reason why it happened is probably they had sat until 1 month or 2 months before the championship and they want to look for sponsorship, and it doesn't happen like that. After this championship, they should go out and look for sponsorship for the next championship coming if FIV, is not going to be there next year.
Thank you for watching. I have been Mudlamimbi, and once again, many thanks to my very special guest, Mr. Sang, and we're glad to have you on set.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Welcome back. It seems that's all the time we had on this week's episodes. But of course, you can always join us again next week. And of course, if you've missed out on these episodes, perhaps the previous episodes, you can always check us out on YouTube. Our hashtag is affinitypro.com. Sponsors are highly welcome by contacting GRTS Marketing. On behalf of the entire Sportlink crew, have a wonderful night. Until then, I was your presenter, Terecha.
We'll be right back.